Now let's hone in on perhaps the biggest barrier for veterans seeking help for PTSD and suicidality. I'm talking about the stigma associated with mental illness. That stigma exists in all facets of our society, but it is especially prevalent in the military. Now you may ask, why is it so bad in the military? And that answer can really be broken down into three main aspects: the self internalization of the stigma, failure of leadership, and the fear of the effects on the veteran's future and career. Self internalization of the mental health stigma begins on the first day of basic training. The most current Army Basic Training Battle Book has a section on suicide prevention, but it does not address the fact that it is okay to seek help. What the Battle Book does state in the Soldier's Creed is that a soldier must be physically and mentally tough. The Drill Sergeant's Creed also states that a drill sergeant will help that recruit become a physically and mentally fit soldier. And do they ever? One only needs to watch the movie Full Metal Jacket to get an idea of just how they do that. And this is consistent in all the military branches. From the first day of basic training, it is beat into every recruit that weakness will not be tolerated. The battle book also has a section on resiliency. It states soldiers must cope with adversity, perform well in stressful situations, and learn to thrive in stressful environments. Again, it does not state that it is okay to seek help or that soldiers will not be discriminated against due to mental health concerns. Much like discipline, marching, and wearing shiny medals becomes second nature to members of the military, so too does the necessity to be mentally strong. This internalization is so strong in the military that many military members suffering from PTSD and other mental health concerns consider their own condition as a weakness. They will bury it deep down until it eats them from within. They refuse to seek help as they see themselves failing at being a soldier, sailor, airman, or marine. It is a difficult mindset to overcome. Now, many veterans and members of the military believe that seeking help will be detrimental to their military career and other aspects of their future. Now, this fear is not without merits. Those with medical concerns, both physical and mental, are often ostracized within the ranks of the military. They are sometimes removed from key positions or given assignments beneath their rank. Medical counseling from their commanders is a routine thing, often with admonishments for not providing personal medical information in a timely fashion. And this information doesn't just stay with their initial commander either. That commander has to brief the medical status to their commander, who in turn briefs their commander, and on and on and on. And then all the staff in the personnel section at each of these levels sees this medical information. Before a military member knows it, half the military knows their situation. Above all, and much like other issues such as sexual harassment and assault, mental health stigma is a failure of leadership. The military can push out policies all day long and make lots of pretty posters and presentations, but if the leadership all the way down to the lowest level does not internalize it and implement it within the units, these policies will be of no use. Our leaders must create an atmosphere where a member knows that it's okay to seek help and that help is there for them. Leaders must know their troops. Leaders must not allow the metrics that drive force readiness to create a hostile environment for those suffering from mental health concerns. With the epidemic of veteran suicides and the media attention associated with it, the branches of the military have begun shaping policies and programs geared towards fighting suicide within the military and veteran ranks. There have been a lot of positive changes at the strategic level, but the destigmatizing of mental health is not being internalized within the military members, especially the leadership. Changes need to be made regarding how commanders are held accountable for the medical readiness of their ranks. Military members being treated for PTSD should not be removed from key positions. They should not be marginalized in front of fellow soldiers. And commanders need to create a climate where stigma is not tolerated and be held accountable for such. It is the goal of the Ohio Vet to Vet Network to drive out this stigma through education and by reaching out to elected officials.